Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again. We are back with another product from the guys at Fanttik. They sent us out their new pump, the X9 Cross. You can see right here, it says it goes to a max of 75 psi, because basically what this thing is a all-in-one pump for pretty much anything you can think of. You can go small stuff like sports equipment, bicycle tires, a little bit bigger up to your car or truck tires, but what it's really designed for is the bigger stuff like this. We just unloaded my new paddle board here, and this thing is built to pump up bigger stuff: paddle boards, inflatable tents, kayaks, all that kind of stuff. The bigger stuff you might use while camping or just going out to the lake for a day. So what you get in the box is, of course, the pump right here. We've got it charged up to 100% because we're actually going to use it to inflate this thing, and we'll see how long it takes, because most of the time paddle boards will at least come with some sort of pump. This one came with a hand pump, so of course when you're out on the lake, not only do you have to carry around the pump with you and the paddle board, but now you can just throw this little guy and the hose in the box and you're good to go. And weight wise, it's maybe only a pound or two more than the actual hand pump itself, and you're not going to be using up all your energy right away to pump this thing up. So you get a few things in the box. One, obviously your user manual. You can look through that if you purchase one of these by yourself. It'll be in the description if you want to pick one up. I'll put the link in there. You also get a USB. This is C to C. That's what charges this thing up. You have one port on the outside, and yes, it is an input and an output. So you open this up and it's just a USB-C. It'll charge it, and if you're not using it to pump up stuff, if you need to pump up your phone or charge up your phone or whatever the case is, if you plug it in the side, it'll use the battery power from the pump to charge your electronics or whatever you got plugged in. And then, like I mentioned, this is for everything. So in this box, you get all these different attachments. And here they are. You get your little hose all the way, all these different things. You can go air mattresses. You got the littler stuff for like your basketballs and footballs and stuff. You got this valve for your tires. And then you get a couple bigger attachments. This is actually the one we're going to be using, and it basically locks into place for your bigger stuff like the tents and paddle boards and stuff like that. And then a cool thing with this pump, you also get this extension hose, and what they've done is made quick disconnects. So you can see, you just pull it down and the little grooves in there let go, because on the side of this thing you have two holes. Top hole is your outlet, bottom hole is your inlet, or other way around. So if you're pumping up, attach it to the yellow section, it'll pump it up. And the nice thing with this is when you're done, you can quick disconnect it, hook it up to the black one, and it'll actually suck the air back out of your stuff, and you can fold it all away nicely, and you don't have to sit there. We've all done it, squeezing the tubes and stuff, trying to get the air out. So you can wrap it up nice, it's all in there. And then in the middle here you have a little bit of a light, so if you're doing this in the dark, you can always flick the light on and you see what you're doing while it's dark out. And now it's kind of sunny, so I don't know how well this will show up, but you hold this down, that's your power button, and you can see it flicks on. Super simple to set your PSI. You got your up and your down. That's all you got to do. More PSI, less PSI. This is for your light on the side. So if you push it, you got a strobe, off, on, strobe, and off. And then you have your power to start this up. You just give it one click like that. Of course, we don't have a hook to anything, but again, it'll know whether you're inflating or deflating. So of course, if you actually look right here, maybe you can see it, maybe not. We have it set to 12 psi for the paddleboard. It's sunny out. It recommends between 12 and 15. We're gonna put it to 12 for now. Pump it up and see how long it takes. All right, so first thing you gotta do, get your little quick disconnect. We're gonna be inflating. So right here, you can see inflate, down there, deflate. So you wanna plug it in, make sure it clicks. You can see when you pick it up, it's on there. And then the other side, like I mentioned, we're going to be using this little guy. Same idea. You can click it on, get it in place, make sure it's locked, and then all we got to do, put it in there, turn it on. All right, so we got it all attached. Right now it's 1:45. We're going to turn it on, let it do its thing. I got it set to 13 now. When it gets to 13, it'll shut itself off. So we'll turn it on and see how long it takes to pump this thing up. All right, so there you go. It pumped it up from empty in 7 minutes. It took, and I dropped it back down to 12 psi. It's quite warm out here. I don't need this thing blowing up before I get a chance to use it. So 12 psi, and when it gets there, it does shut itself off. And then the nice thing with the deflate portion of this is, because if you look at this type of paddleboard, they're not all the same, but you can take this out without the air coming out. You actually have to push down to release the air. So instead of sitting here for who knows how long holding this, trying to roll it up, get all the air out of this one hole, now all you would have to do is plug this in. So now when you have it hooked up to the deflate portion, you don't actually have to have it turned on, because what it is the air pressure is coming out, it's going in here, and it's actually blowing out the top hole right there. So when this is running and you're blowing it up, it's going to be sucking the air in through the deflate and blowing it out through the inflate, and then vice versa. When you want to deflate it, you put it in here, hook it up to deflate, and it's going to suck the air now through the hose out of the paddleboard and blast it back out the top. So you can see it stopped just because the pressure's low enough where it won't have enough to blow itself out. So now, if again you just turn it on, and now you can hear it, maybe it's going to just suck all the air back out, and you don't have to worry about trying to squeeze every last little bit out, because you got to roll these things up and fit it in that little bag. All right, now again with the deflating, it'll actually turn itself off because it'll get to 0 psi, so it knows it's not blowing anything up anymore. And then to deflate this thing, it took literally maybe 2 minutes. Take the whole thing out. Most of the air, once you attach it to the pump, will blast out your higher psi, so you're really only sucking out maybe 4 or 5 psi when it looks inflated but is deflating, if that makes sense. But as you can see, this thing's flat as a pancake. It's got every last little bit out of there. Now you can just roll up your board, or if this was your tent or whatever, roll it up, throw it in the bag, and you're all done for the day. All right, because I know some people ask to see it, I have this thing hooked up in deflate now. It's here. It's blasted out a little bit of the pressure, just like I mentioned, the pressure of the board. And as you can see, we actually went up 1 more bar since we pumped this thing up. So we'll turn it on, and you can see just how quick this will actually deflate this thing. So it only takes a couple of minutes, and as you can see, you'll hear it kind of rev up. And then it'll turn itself off. It's got all the air out, so it knows it's just sucking into nothing, so it's not going to burn out the pump. Also, when you're pumping it up, it's going to blow just with the fan, which will inflate this thing to look like it's pumped up, but then when you need the PSI in there, you'll hear it change, and it'll actually go to more of a pump sound when the whole thing turns on. Doing that, it doesn't waste your battery pumping up the air that's easy to plug or blow into these things. So Same idea, you could hear it kind of rev up there at the end, sucking the air out. It does the same thing when it's blowing the air in. So there you go guys, pumped up the second board. Everything works perfectly. Again, takes no effort at all. All you gotta do is plug it in and let it pump up. It went down just before it shut off. It dropped to 2. So it went down about 50%, pumped up 2 paddle boards. These are 10'6", I believe. So we'll say 11-foot board. They're about 6-ish inches wide. And again, right now we're pumping it to 12 PSI. So 2 bars. Keep in mind also, when you're out on the water, if you're floating around, now this thing is not waterproof, don't drop it in. But if you're out on the lake and this thing starts to deflate or it ends up not being pumped up enough, most paddle boards have your little strings or wires there. You could tuck this thing under there. It comes with a bag like all Fanttik stuff. It fits everything in there, pump, accessories, everything go in the bag. Just strap it to there, and worst case, if you're out in the middle of the lake and this thing starts deflating, plug it in, turn it on, let it pump up a couple more PSI, and you'll keep yourself above water hopefully. So again, this works for pretty much anything that you want to inflate. This will have accessories for it. It's $169.99 on sale right now while I'm filming this video, at least, for $129.99. So again, if you're out there a lot on these things, it saves you a ton of time, because if you're trying to pump up with the hand pump, you're going to be there all day and you're going to poop yourself out before you're even out on the water enjoying your afternoon. So hopefully this video helped you out. Like and subscribe. I'll put the link to this thing in the description if you want to pick up your own. Go and check it out. And like you can see here, it works great and took 0 effort to do all the stuff we did here today. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Hopefully we catch you in another video. If you want to see me go on this thing, maybe I'll film that. It'll probably be embarrassing, but we'll see. If you want to see it, let me know in the comments and we'll make it happen. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.